right.
Okay.
Should be live, everybody.
I was alive once.
Just once, huh? Well, I guess once and then still rolling does work. So, hi, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna jump right into this because I have no idea what our players are gonna do tonight. So,
Real fast though, Panda, say something so we can make sure we hear you on the stream because everyone else sounds good.
Yeah. Hey, hello, hi, hello, accent.
yeah, show off
We
that you
good?
can just
We good?
jump into an accent.
It's just, it's just a thing.
It's not just a thing, but sure.
Oh, trust me, it really is.
All right, boys. Level
Yeah,
sounds good.
I'm hearing everybody.
All
I
right.
can hear you all.
So, no more episodes with bad audio. We're going to get this figured out.
All right, because that's pretty much every episode of Black Label that we have has some sort of audio glitch.
It's Chuck secretly trying to sabotage my campaign. He's like, I'm not gonna let this crap be as good as mine. We're gonna mess
Actually,
that shit up.
It's pretty much I feel like the audio level of that campaign is pretty on brand for the most recent picture I made for Black Label.
Yes.
Oh, Panda, I got to show you this because I don't think I showed this one to you.
All right. Well, curiosity is showing that to Panda. Last time we did Roll for Initiative main campaign.
Nice.
Which we need a title for this campaign besides just Roll for Initiative.
Blood Moon.
Blood Moon? I mean, I thought
no,
Army of the Night.
What was the name you gave to our group? The
Twilight Brigade. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Okay. Yeah. So, welcome back to episode 40 of the Twilight Brigade.
Yay!
And last episode, the players ended up in the city of... Excuse me. Let's see. Where did you end up?
We were in at
Andusk.
Andusk. Yep, that's what
Yes.
I said.
You ended up in the city of Andusk, where you found that the city had been besieged by werewolves and cultists, as well as getting your first real fight with the hellhounds, or the bloodhounds, as they're called. Going through the camp, you've uncovered some news about where the Sanguine Saints leadership had traveled north, but were seemingly bypassing one of the major cities, heading for a smaller town, slightly smaller town, and had ended up meeting with one of the local priests, and he kind of inspired you to free the town of the current werewolf leadership, at which point you busted into a tavern, killed the leader, killed a bunch of cultists, and...
No.
Technically, the townsfolk killed the leader.
The townsfolk killed the leader.
That's right, the townsfolk.
We're like the good guy protagonist of like any...
pulled her apart with their bare hands.
Yeah. See, we're like the good guys of any sort of like major action flick where we'll just steamroll over all the mooks, but to show that we actually have a good moral compass, we'll let the main guy live.
The one that actually is the most responsible for the atrocities.
That is a cliche of action films that has never really made sense. But hey,
I don't think anything
power
makes
to
sense.
him. So, that's where we left off. You guys are in Andusk. You have a couple of routes that you could take. I really have no idea what you're planning to do, which is a little terrifying. Oh, kitty.
He's not happy.
No.
Aw.
Okay. Go
Well-
ahead. Hop down. All right. I want to talk to Leith.
Leith? All right. He's currently bouncing around the town, kind of helping out wherever he can.
Leith. I have a question.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Well, we need to try and get places with speed. You're obviously the cleric here. Do you know the rune sequences for any teleportation circles?
Unfortunately, teleportation is not my specialty.
Is there anyone in town that might know?
No, we're a small town, unfortunately.
Well, drat. Thank you anyways.
Sorry.
I didn't ask him about Wygrove, right? Yet I'm pretty sure I just was cheering.
You asked a
around for it.
random townie about Wygrove, I think.
I
I think I was just listening for it.
Or you,
Yeah,
you
you were listening for it.
Yeah,
You
you
haven't asked
listened.
anybody.
I'll also go up to him
Mm-hmm.
because, this is a little more, of a personal thing. Do you know if, the town of Wygrove was also affected in the same way you are?
We haven't had any communication with any outside town, but the main troops headed north, so Wygrove is in that path. I don't know if they've been hit, but...
Would I know how many days it would be to get to Wygrove from here?
Roll a nature check or a survival check.
Hold up, forgot to grab that.
Can I roll a check as well, since I've traveled?
I mean, you can.
That's a
with a
19.
with a 19. What do you mean 19?
And it's a
You rolled a
natural
19.
19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna let that one stay in the hand, and I'm not gonna interfere.
Oh, Chuck, the only thing that's missing on our thing now is the dice rolls. Oh, wait, never mind. No, you do have it on there.
I do
see
have it
in
on
the
there.
little window. Okay.
I just expanded the window so everything gets added in nicely instead of sometimes missing it. I wanted spells and everything to be included, like descriptions when you click on them. So
It is really hard to read anything smaller than the dice numbers, but that works.
I will work on maybe making the notice board slightly smaller and increasing the game window then.
I wonder if you could have Heldon's wanted poster show up at random intervals. That would be hilarious.
You know I can.
But like not in the sequence, just like randomly.
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, just write down to add that in. That's awesome. There's some stuff I want to play around with that. Wanted the message board. So
I do like your message board.
thank you. It's from the message board collaboration project. They
Cool.
built it, and I have to give them a shout out technically to fall under the copyright rules. So while you've mentioned that, and before I get something posted officially, let me pull up their copyright stuff.
Shout out to message board.
That would be a roughly... I want to say 3-day journey. It's a
Okay.
bar one full day. Oh, that might be one full day. 1 day more.
So like 4
One
days.
day
Another
more.
day, another destiny.
Because it took about 3 days to get to Mora's castle, right? From the capital city.
I think so.
You said it was going to take us a couple of weeks to get from Mora's castle to Gorekill.
Yeah, so that bar is 1...
1 week? 5 days?
Well, this here should be about 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Said it was-
so
oh, okay.
I would say about 2.5 days, give or take.
And how long ago did this troop leave north?
Well, Oliver, I can scry. I can cast scrying and find out where they are. And then we can figure out how much time we have. If it means a lot to you to visit Wygrove.
I know I don't really talk about it much, but that is where I'm from, and I do have family there. And I don't want any of them to get hurt, if I can help it.
Yes, of course. I would like to cast scrying then.
Okay. This is new.
I think they have to make a wisdom. Whoever you're scrying on has to make a wisdom save, right?
I gotta pull up the spell because it's not in my normal spell list. Maybe. Let me see here.
Scrying. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting this spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
Okay. I'm gonna take the dagger, Acolyte's dagger that Talamh has.
Okay.
Here you go.
That's a possession that gives me a negative. That gives her a -4 on her wisdom save.
Yep.
I have first-hand knowledge, but I don't think we would classify that as familiar, so I don't get any modifier there.
The rage that you felt from her stabbing Talamh,
Yeah.
and the blind anger that seethed through you, I would say that would be familiar.
Okay. So she has a -9 then altogether.
Yeah,
on
because
her.
you know her name. You know.
Yeah.
Like.
I've met her personally.
Yeah.
So
You've met her human and her fox form. You
Yeah,
know a
that's
lot
true.
about her.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna cast scrying on Acolyte. She's at a -9 on her wisdom save.
All right. Let me.
And is it against my spell save DC?
Yes.
I guess it would be. So it's a 17. So she has to roll. Well, let's see. I don't know what her bonus is. But she'd have to roll a 26. So.
Yeah. I have that one built. I have that one built. I have that one built. Did I not do an Apex for that one?
I don't have a bit of her hair. That would be a -10.
I feel like the dagger's good enough.
Yeah, I mean that the dagger gives us the knight -4, and the fact that he's giving me familiar knowledge instead of just first hand, that's an additional -5, so that's pretty good.
All right, I guess we're gonna use that one.
Well, what I should also ask, what time of day was it when we finished off the fight last session?
It would have been roughly 11 o'clock.
So it's still morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not going to take a long rest immediately before setting out. I guess we still could, because I could use this to find out about her, and I have it once per day. We could take a long rest, and then before we leave the next day, I could scry on Wygrove and see what I can see about the location there, because I can choose a location, not just a person. So.
Right. It's also going to probably take a couple days to get there, so if we need to just get on the road.
Yeah, I just want to find out, because if they're already in Bilthy, we might want to go straight to the capital.
Right.
I know. I mean, I want to be able to check on your family for you, but the greater good is kind of at stake, kind of a thing. So.
For the greater good.
Yes, Ridire is a Tau.
Oh no, I was thinking Hot Fuzz.
Oh.
but
Yeah,
Tao
so
would
was
work
I.
too.
I've actually never seen Hot Fuzz.
What?
You need to see it for the greater
I know.
good.
I
It's
know I need to see
so
it. I just have
good.
never gotten around to it.
Yeah, I can see that. I just. Huh.
Ridire is Sergeant Angel. Literally. He's an Azamar.
Alright, well, I'll roll for this, but it's really. This is a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw. She has to get a 26 to be able to beat with the -9.
Yeah, so that was purely. Oh, wow, no. She could have made it.
She has a +6. Could have
She
just
has a
barely
lot
made
higher
it.
than that, but she
Oh, okay.
did not make it.
All right.
Alright, so.
So I am now scrying on Acolyte.
Yes. So, you hone your senses on this dagger and you let the flood of emotions of your last encounter with Acolyte fill your head. The anger and rage that you feel. Roll me a charisma saving throw.
I mean, what do I have to beat? Can I
Just
just take it.
just roll it.
Just take a 10. That's a 27.
Okay. It was going to be almost impossible for you to fail, but it's for
This
the
small chance.
for
Yep.
the roll, for the beaver.
For the horde. What?
So, you close your eyes, and as these emotions wash through you, you hone them into almost a knife tip of concentration. And you're able to balance on that knife tip. And all of a sudden, you see yourself sitting in this church. And then all of a sudden, you blink and you now see the church and the surrounding town. And you blink again, and now you can see the landscape around you. The mountains to the right and or to the northeast, and some plains to the rest of the surrounding area. You blink again and you see the full continent. Another blink, and now all of a sudden you're shifted and you see a fairly large town community. You blink again and you're closer. This time you're seeing a tent surrounded by other tents, and you can see creatures walking to and from tents, from fires. And this is very quick. Almost in an instant, you're inside the tent, and now you can see this little fox-like werewolf. And you blink again, and now you can see Acolyte. Her reddish fur. Her fox-like snout. And she's in a discussion with another werewolf.
Cool.
Kind of a light brown coloring on its fur. Some plain, very nondescript robes. And a purplish belt tied around its waist. The other werewolf is slightly out of focus, but you can see some damage to the side of its face that's healed over and scarred. And you hear Acolyte saying, "What are we waiting for? Let's just go in and get what we need." And the response is, Go in. Just go in, just like that. And how did that work out last time, little one? Huh? No, we wait. We wait and we starve them out, and then we go in and we take whatever we need. And you can see her. You follow along like a camera just slightly over her left shoulder. And she's pacing, holding a dagger very similar to the one that is in your hand. And she starts playing with it, and she says, I know what you're saying, Schlegel, but why do we have to wait around, huh? Why can't we just go in? We can take it, we take what we need, and we're fine. And how long does the spell watch for?
Let me look at the spell text here. Up to 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. So, they talk for a while longer, mostly debating, and at some point she leaves. And roll me a history or nature check.
Okay. History or nature check.
Can any of us help him?
No.
I guess we wouldn't know what he's looking at.
No bonus to either.
Okay, then history.
So we're going to go with history. That is a nat 20. Oh, the shirt.
Yeah, it's working out. Hey guys,
here it goes again.
if you would like to roll more 20s, you should invest in the shirt.
We're not selling them yet. We can't tell people to do that.
Maybe if enough people get interested, it'll be worth.
If enough people are interested, we will definitely try and set something up.
I will say this: if we get 100 subscribers on Twitch,
we'll give somebody a shirt.
We'll give somebody the shirt. All right, so you recognize the city of Bilthy.
Okay, so they are camped outside of Bilthy.
Mm-hmm.
For the purpose of not having to relay this, I want to say that, like, I'm in a trance and I'm, like, speaking the words that I'm hearing.
Okay.
So they can hear it.
Yep.
That way I don't have to, like, tell them what's going on.
Roll a
I guess it's
charisma and a wisdom. Nope. Intelligence check. Just a straight
Like a saving
check for
throw
both.
or just check? Okay,
Just a
so
straight check for
charisma is a 15 and intelligence is a 9.
All right. You guys get the majority of what is said. If he had rolled a 1, it would have been mumbled and incoherent. But actually, because of the 15, roll me a performance check with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Yes, you're able to hear everything fairly clearly.
Good.
All right, guys, I've got a thought. Shirt and tie Bowie is the dirty 20, and makeup Bowie is the nat 20.
It's the nat 20.
I love it.
It's pretty obvious. I feel like it's very obvious. The wolf description fits. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And would I have known the name at all?
You didn't know the name.
Okay. Now I'm split.
All right. So I see the city of Bilthy over her shoulder, and then I'm assuming then the spell ends, and I kind of like snap back.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
Yep. So as the spell fades away, this time instead of it doesn't go back to you. It's all of a sudden your vision fades to a gray monotone to the world, and then everything is dark, and then suddenly you blink and everything is back, and you're in your body. You are back at the church.
Okay. All right, so they're already camped outside of Bilthy, but it seems they intend to starve them out. Considering we know they didn't leave that long ago, I feel like, although we still want to make haste, there is time, because they're not going to starve in a day. But we still don't want to waste time. But if Wygrove is as important to you as it seems, I feel that we can take the time.
The wolf that you described, not Acolyte, but the other one,
Yes.
I know him.
Oh.
And not personally, but he was involved with at least part of the reason that I wear the mask, let's say. So I'm split, because on one hand I know that they've gone through and my family is in danger, but on the other hand he's there, and when we know where he is, and this is what I'm here for. I wanted to find him. So
I'm gonna walk up to Oliver and I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. And Oliver, this is your fight. We will support you.
I don't. I am split. I wanted to make sure that my mother and my sister and my father are all right, but he's there. So
Is Wygrove on the way?
Unfortunately, no.
Well then.
they headed north to get to Bilthy.
Yep.
Is that correct?
But we don't know. I'm assuming they would have cut across the bottom of the mountains, which means they would not have gone through Wygrove.
No, they traveled north from Andusk.
Which would go through Wygrove, right?
Yeah.
Well, so they went around. So they went past Gorkle, or did they go through the mountains to get to Bilthy?
The response that Oliver had heard was that it was very weird that they were going to pass by and not stop to attack Gorkle.
Oh,
So they went up and around the northern part. They took the long way to get there. Man, they're dumb.
Wait, on the map, which one of these is built? You would have seen which one Bilthy is on this map.
This is
right?
Bilthy over here, right?
Yep.
That's Whoa.
So they went like this and then like that instead of this and that. They literally went the long way around.
So you know that this mountain range and a lot of this area is a lot more treacherous to pass by. There's the reason that most of these are very tiny little villages, because they are
it seems unlikely
hospitable.
it seems unlikely they would have gone through the mountains based on that.
Okay, so like in here, it's still difficult to get through that.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of this is tough terrain.
I gotcha. So it's harder to march an army through there.
Yep, and like all of this, while it's very basic on the map,
well, given that,
is
then
not easy. It's not like they could just go straight northeast. They had to go around.
Yeah. Given that, then they would have probably passed near Wygrove at least, so it might be okay. I was misunderstanding the path they would have taken, so that's why. I do have access to teleportation circle through the armor, and I can get us back to the capital. And from there, we could probably find someone to help us teleport near Bilthy. If you want to travel to Wygrove, we could then to ascertain what's going on there, travel to the capital, talk to the king, the queen, the leaders of the military, let them know what's going on, because I'm sure they're obviously aware that things are happening, but they don't have the information we have about the movements of the enemy, and perhaps we would get some support from them to be able to go help reinforce Bilthy. If Bilthy has a teleportation circle there, we could make it to there and possibly bring reinforcements as well as supplies, or at least if there's one nearby.
I think that could be useful. I do think we need some sort of backup.
I think we shouldn't rush headlong into this. This is an army we're talking about, not small groups like we've dealt with before.
And I don't think that trying to cook for them is going to work again.
No, although I would love it if it did. That would be amazing. But I don't think that's going to work again.
They've probably
Especially
gotten
since-
word of from the other place.
Yes. So, I think our best, it does slow us down a small amount to travel manually to Wygrove, but we might be able to get some horses here and cut the time down.
Mr. Cleric, Mr. Leith,
Yes, what can I do for you?
is there a cart that we could perchance have to take with us?
You saved the town. You can have whatever cart and horses you want.
If we take horses, we can cut the time to travel to Wygrove in half.
I was gonna say we could use your steed and your little elk friend, and they could pull us.
Yes, but it's still slower pulling a cart. If we each took a horse here, it would be a little bit faster.
I didn't want to ride a horse.
That, and I don't have my spell prepared to summon him right now. I'd have to... I'd have to wait a day.
I'm gonna tell you something that I've never admitted to anyone. There's two things that I really don't want to do in my life. One of them, go on a boat. Two, riding horses.
What if we rode the same horse? I could help secure you. I don't think you add enough weight that it would cause a problem.
Alright, fine. If it's the only way to get there.
I could cast sleep on you, and so you wouldn't be awake.
You'll do no such thing.
I wouldn't do it against your will. It was just yes. Okay. Oliver, what do you think?
I think it would
This
be
is
good
your
to go
party.
To go check and then get reinforcements, whether there's a circle in Gorkil or
Whatever the
decide to go all the way.
Yes. Well, if we can get reinforcements directly into Bilthy, we might be able to help them organize some sort of defense. Fighting against a siege would not be fun, but our chances would be much better than meeting up with the army on open battlefield. Because we do have a lot of tricks at our disposal in a siege type situation.
Just true.
Yes. All right. So, cart or separate horses? What do you think? Cart will slow it down just a tiny bit. It's still going to be faster than walking.
So with horses would be like basically double speed.
Horses' base movement is, I believe, double the normal person's speed. So it would double the speed, which would make it what, 3/4 of a day. Which means if we were willing to go late into the night, we could make it there this night.
That might be helpful.
Yeah,
I don't think...
if you went...
Because it was a day and a half, you said, right?
That is...
I said about 2 days, so...
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, so it'd make it about a day's trip.
A day to a day and a half. You're basically getting there noon to evening sometime, depending on stopping and pushing the horses.
I think that could be smart, and we could get a look and see if there seems to be any sort of similar situation to this town from a distance.
It would also potentially allow us to gain a little bit more information on the movements. Although we know where they're at now, this would help us ascertain, how much of their force, if any of it got left behind and whatnot. Yes. All right, Leith, please have someone fetch us some horses.
Absolutely, right away. And he goes and he produces, how many horses? Are you doing 2?
Talamh?
I too.
Yep, alright. Talamh will ride with me.
Okay. So, gets a slightly larger, a little more muscular horse for Ridire with the heavy armor and Talamh. And then, a slick black horse for Oliver. And unless there's anything you want to do, you are ready to head off.
I'm gonna strap my pack to the horse. I'm gonna be like, Talamh, don't mess with this.
Which, of course, I'm going to do.
There's bottles, there's fragile bottles inside. I just don't want you to break anything. All right.
Fine. Fine,
Off we
fine,
go.
fine.
Yeah!
All right. So, go
I
ahead.
immediately reach into his pack because he told me not to.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
I think she should have advantage because I am focusing on steering a horse.
Fair
And I'm not like a
enough.
trained horseman.
That's an 11.
My passive perception's a 12.
Yeah.
Ah,
So you feel
Talamh?
Talamh fumbling around in the pack behind you.
Stop it. Stop it.
Talamh,
Fine.
you're once again in the precarious position of being mostly blind at this point. Little bit of a daredevil effect happening because of the horse's hooves. So you're getting
I
a
can
little
see-
bit of an echolocation thing going on.
all I can see are the minerals in the bones of the horse and
Oh,
like the iron of Ridire's armor.
So very disconcerting, but you managed to.
she's got her
hang
arms
on.
wrapped super tightly around Ridire's waist.
I'm gonna have my plant rummage around Ridire's sack just because it can.
All right.
Because I need something to take my mind off of the fact that I'm blind on a horse.
Don't say it. Don't do it, Zero. Don't do
And
it.
in Primordial, I murmur to him. I would like you to get me the little bag of tricks. I want like a fuzzy little treble to play with.
All right.
This is gonna be the scene with Groot from Guardians 2. He's gonna keep bringing you random objects.
Roll a persuasion check.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, to get the plant to do it?
Yep. To get the plant to do it correctly. 12? Yeah. It takes a probably a good hour and a half of it, like, holding up a few random odds and ends and then digging around before it finds what you're looking for.
Does it give me any of the fragile bottles?
It's holding them up for you and, like, having you feel them. Which is hard to do when you're, so tightly
I'm like,
grasped.
I got like my left arm just like holding on for dear life. If Ridire wasn't wearing like metal armor, he wouldn't be able to breathe.
But also at the same time, there's also like leather straps, so you have a really good handhold.
Yeah. I'm just like,
Whoever wants, actually, I'll have both of you do it, and we'll just take the average. Roll me a survival check.
16.
sure.
I think he means just the two of us,
Oh,
Panda,
just
we're
the two of you.
No, Panda and
all of us. Okay.
Panda
okay.
and
I was assuming for the
Zero.
horses.
Yeah,
Oh,
the horse
okay.
direction.
17.
All right, well that was easy to average. Thank you. All right, we'll say that it takes you into the night with little to no difficulty. And are you going to continue to push the horses through the night?
I mean, if the horses are seeming like they've run pretty good, I'm gonna say that we need to halt it for a rest for the horses.
Yeah.
They were fairly well rested.
whoops. That's not what I meant to click on.
We can push them a little bit longer then.
Yeah, they were fairly well rested because there wasn't any farming happening.
I mean, we're not,
during...
and we're not, yeah, and we're not going at a full gallop. So we're going at a pretty moderate pace for them. I would assume we've also stopped at least twice for like a bathroom break, so they've gotten a little brief rest and chewed on some grass. If everyone else is okay with it, I think we should push a little bit further into the night. I mean, the light doesn't change; it's still the red light no matter what. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Ridire and Oliver.
Is it? It doesn't. There's no noticeable like change in the light, right?
Nope.
Okay. I do have advantage, so dirty 20.
All right. Both of you are able to see that there is a clear path of destruction you are following. It's old. It's not fresh. It's probably a couple of weeks old at this point. But, heavy footfalls, tire tracks from large wagons of some kind, and bones of corpses that have fallen. Some humanoid, lots of just beasts and different animals, but pretty picked clean at this point from various natural animals and stuff.
Not good.
So, all right, go ahead and roll me another survival check, you two.
18. I'm doing great.
7.
All right. You are. It takes you a little bit of time. The fact that there's no sunlight at all during all of this is throwing you off and spooks the horses. But you are able to go the whole trip without any real danger. And we'll say you're probably about there, and it is well into the night at this point.
Okay, yeah, we should stop and rest then.
All right, fine.
Yeah, probably about there, because it'll be about noon when you get to the actual place.
I think we'll do our normal watch order. It's, what is it? Oliver, Ridire, Talamh?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, everybody goes down for the night. Oliver, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
8.
8.
First bad roll of the night for me.
Wait a second. Before we... Because I would have asked... I want to make sure... I want to see if this works. I would have asked him if he wanted me to cast light on anything for him before, because it'll last an hour. So I could cast it on like a rock. And then
Yeah,
you could-
maybe like there could be like a spot. Well, I can cast. I think I can cast. Yeah, I have dancing lights. I'm fine.
Okay, because just light's a cantrip, so it doesn't have to.
So is dancing lights.
Oh, okay. Yep, never mind then. Alrighty.
Okay.
I just thought maybe that would help give you an advantage or something. I didn't see what you rolled. I wasn't looking.
It was low.
Oh,
The
it was bad
advantage
either
would-
way.
It was just
Advantage
bad.
wouldn't have mattered. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Oliver, are you doing anything throughout the night, throughout your watch?
I'm gonna kind of sit there for a little bit, and then I'm going to take the deck from my pocket, and I'm gonna look at it for a little bit, kind of contemplating, knowing what potential it has. I'm gonna kind of flick it open and look at the cards, not like take them out, but like look at the cards in it, and stare at it for 5-ish minutes, flick it closed, put it back in my pocket. That's it.
Okay.
Beautiful. I've been looking at this for 5 hours now.
All right. Then it was Talamh.
No,
No, it's
Talamh's
Ridire.
last.
Talamh's last. Ridire.
Yep.
All right, Ridire, you wake up to switch places with Oliver.
Yep.
All right. And go ahead and roll me a perception check.
10 because I have advantage.
Okay. Do you do anything throughout the night?
Nope. Just keeping an eye on the horses and the area where we're camped. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Ridire's turn comes up, finishes, and Talamh, you awake.
Lovely. I'm so happy to be back on solid ground.
The
Sure you are.
stress and anxiety left you exhausted, and you did fall asleep almost immediately. So,
Oh,
I'll just, don't stress yourself out too much while you're taking watch, and we'll.
fair enough. All right, Talamh, go ahead and roll a perception check.
alrighty. Where's my perception? That's a 22. Oh,
Okay.
it's so good to be back on solid ground. Oh, that's so good. So good. Oh, I could see the world.
Very quiet. You don't see, sense, or hear any wildlife. It seems that with the moon fading to a deep crimson, it has spooked most of the wildlife into hiding. Or it's all been killed by the passing army that came through here. So, do you do anything during your rest or during your watch?
I'm going to instruct Robert the plant to gather me ingredients for
Okay.
breakfast. Do I need to roll persuasion again?
No.
Okay.
With advantage, roll a survival check or a nature check.
Oh, my survival's so much better than my nature. Why is nature intelligence?
I don't know.
Because it's knowledge about like nature. It's supposed to be like knowing what a plant is, that type of thing.
So that's 21. You did say with advantage?
I did. And what is
Okay.
the plant spell again? What is this?
It's an awakened shrub.
Yeah, it's the awakened shrub that you
There
gave
we
me.
go. That I just have to remember what it how much of mobility it has and what it can do.
Oh.
It's a tiny creature, but it doesn't have a lot of hit points. But otherwise,
it's a small creature. It's
only
not...
small. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think it's specified with the pot that it's a tiny one instead of a small one.
Oh,
okay.
It?
In the Pot of Awakening, say it's tiny instead of small. I could be wrong. I'll look it up.
Okay.
Wondrous item, Pot of Awakening. Oh, I wish it would. There we go.
No, it just says the
We just get an awakened shrub.
Yep. Okay, so it's small. So it's the size of a gnome.
Yep. That's hilarious.
Fun fact, if a gnome casts Reduce on itself, his weight is small enough to be carried by a mage hand. So you can cast Reduce on yourself and then pick yourself up with mage hand and fly away.
Wow.
Yep. Anyways.
Okay. Robert is very successful in his gathering materials and gets you a wide variety of different nuts and berries, and somewhere deep inside you have a twinge of philosophical wondering if this is cannibalism for him in some way to be picking these and pulling them, but
I mean, they're not the same species of plant, are they?
No.
Yeah, it would be perfectly fine for me to eat a Neanderthal.
I mean,
why not?
It's not the same species.
It's fine for you to eat a cow. They're both animals.
A cow is a lot further from me than a berry is from a shrub.
Plants are an entire kingdom.
Yeah. I guess on the way with DNA, it might not actually be that closely.
Look,
but it feels closer.
I would eat a Neanderthal.
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
I like to think that, Robert the plant is like a coniferous shrub. and then like berries come from deciduous plants, which is way farther away from it than a cow is from you and I.
True.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to give you this one.
I mean, considering we share 50% of our DNA with a banana.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's kind of close.
I am a banana.
It's all cannibalism.
It's all cannibalism.
If everything is cannibalism, nothing is.
Eat your friends.
Roll for Initiative does not endorse cannibalism in less extreme measures. Hey, Donner Party got a Donner Party. Who am I to judge?
So if I willingly had to have my leg amputated, okay, and of my own will, I invited you guys to eat my leg with me, would you do it?
I mean, it's not illegal.
It's not, and I am saying I'm going to be eating it with you guys, and it's being cooked, and I'm offering it. It's my own leg.
I don't want to give an answer that's being recorded on the internet live for everybody.
As long as the sides aren't fava beans and a nice Chianti, I think I'll be okay. Because then we're getting way too close to Silence of the Lambs territory. So.
How do I do a stream marker and save this?
Oh God.
I've been asking people this question for the last week.
Roll for Initiative. Camping cannibalism.
I love that. That wasn't even something that he just thought of because of our discussion. It's something
that seems like it's
already been
premeditated.
about.
I've been thinking about this for a little while.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm the one that brought up cannibalism. He didn't.
I mean, should we call you Cash Panda or Cannibal Panda?
I don't know. I'd do it. If somebody invited me to eat their leg with them, I'd go to that party. It sounds like a great time.
Would you guys like to have a nice leg of man?
Exactly.
I mean, supposedly human flesh tastes like pork, so...
and I love pork. So
It's like my third choice of meats.
I mean, if you cure it like Iberico Secreto, then maybe.
I mean, how fat are you? Maybe we could make bacon.
Is there some good? I don't think your leg would has very good marbling in it. So anyway, we're eating Oliver's leg for breakfast.
Your shrub brought you a toe.
And I still want that. Oh yeah, I still want that bag of tricks because Ridire's never used it, and I want it. So
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from taking it right now.
Ridire's
Robert
asleep.
the plant. You know what? Yeah, I'm not even. No, Robert's gonna do it. He's probably stealthier than I am. I have never succeeded a stealth check.
He's probably stealthier than I am. Rustle, rustle, rustle of leaves. Every time he steps, it's the sound of a crunching twig because that's what his feet are.
You know, screw it. I'll try it.
Yeah, he has a -1 to his dex, so...
All right, fine. I will attempt to stealth. Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, I'm assuming I would have some sort of penalty for being asleep, and that still beats my passive when I'm awake, so...
Yeah, you're... I think for the rules of 5e, they consider sleep to be the same as unconscious. So I think that you just fail most perception checks.
Yeah, probably. Yep.
So, alright. Yes, you get the bag of tricks.
Cool.
And enough supplies for a good breakfast.
Do you want to know what else is in there while you're looting through my possessions?
Sure. What else is in there?
Let's see here. All out of healing potions. There is 2 bags of ball bearings.
there's a vial of prune juice.
There is but there's 3 vials of holy water. There's an empty bottle. There's 4 short swords.
4?
Yep. There's a potion of water breathing and a potion of longevity. And a
That
dagger.
sounds. Ooh,
Actually,
that one
dagger's
sounds
probably on
fun.
my belt.
What did
Yeah,
she say the
especially
potion
when
of
it's-
longevity did?
I think it makes you younger. I don't know if anyone actually. I don't know if we actually asked what it did. No,
No, you
was
did.
that one of the ones that she gave us, or is that one of the
Yeah, I
ones we
think
found?
she gave it to us.
Oh, okay.
When you drink this potion, your physical age is reduced by 1d6 plus 6 years to a minimum of 13 years.
Well, we're about to find out what happens if you drink it when you're under 13 years.
Oh no.
Are you drinking it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm deleting it from my inventory. I'll also remove the gray bag of tricks. Go ahead and write that you. I don't care that you took
Oh yeah,
that one.
I gotta put that one in my inventory.
Yeah.
We're waking up to an infant.
All right. Roll the 1d6.
Plus 6.
All right. Oh wait, here it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's just like an infant just there. What?
Talamh disappears because the embryo can't be seen with the human eye.
All right. So, Talamh, you pass out upon drinking the potion. It tastes of this bitter, awful, like someone took a what's after the ghost pepper in terms of hotness?
Carolina Reaper?
Yes.
Carolina Reaper, I think.
Yeah. Somebody took a Reaper and just squeezed all of it out into a thing of Tabasco sauce. And you just took a shot of that. With a little bit of Bloody Mary mix. It was like a Bloody Mary and Carolina Reaper.
It's like a Bloody Mary on fire.
Yeah.
Can I be? Do I like wake them up with my? Actually, do I have to I roll anything to like not scream out in like utter agony at the spice level of this?
No, it hits you and you instantly pass out. You wake up about 10 minutes later, which is a completely unhealthy amount of time to be passed out, by the way.
But it's magic, so it's okay.
Why is my mouth on fire?
At that point, Oliver and Ridire, you hear a familiar but slightly deeper, not much, but, you know, slightly deeper voice than what you're used to, waking you up. Talamh, you get up off the ground, and you are seeing everything. Nope, everything looks the same because you're blind and use blind sense. So yeah.
What's going on?
I'm sorry. I just wanted the gray bag, and I may have drank something out of your pack. Also,
you look over at Talamh.
Yeah.
Talamh saying that, Ridire, you look over. There is a 24-year-old staring at you.
It worked backwards. Do I need to roll something to recognize that it's Talamh?
Roll a
or is it
wisdom saving
recognizably
throw.
her? Oh, okay. I'll be fine then. That's a 25.
oh god, yeah.
Yeah, you're instantly like you put two and two together. Like, drink sounds like Talamh but different. Older blind person is now standing in front of me.
Talamh, what happened?
I drank a thing. I passed out, and now my clothes are really tight, and my whole skeleton hurts, and really everything hurts. I think whatever it was is cursed. What's going on?
Yeah, we definitely need to get you some new clothes pronto.
How tall is Ridire's tent?
I don't have a tent.
Oh, okay. You guys just sleep under the stars?
We don't have
like
tents. Yeah.
What? I make my own tent every night.
Yeah, you'd have never specified that you make us tents except for that one time with the Oni.
All right, fine. From now on, I will make you guys tents.
Then you get to determine how tall it is. So.
Yeah.
Okay. It would have been tall enough for Talamh to stand up just fine, like just brushing like the top of her head because that's how she rolls.
But Ridire would have to crouch.
Ridire would have to crouch.
Of course.
Well, wait. So Talamh is 24 now, so that means
Yeah.
she's 5'9".
Well, maybe. There are adult women that are 5 feet tall. My wife being one of them. But I guess if she had 5'9" is what she was gonna grow to, then yeah, that's very
Jeez.
tall.
This is a flashback. This is a callback to a much earlier episode where we were talking to. I think we found Oliver, or we found somebody was like, we were joking around how it was such a long time, and we were there away for years, and now Talamh is really tall. I don't remember what episode it was.
Oh.
But it was in there, and that was the specific height that I mentioned.
Okay. Yeah.
So I hit my head on the top of my tent that I made for Ridire. What the hell? Did the world shrink?
Talamh, you're taller. And
That was a reach.
and
That was a reach that you just made there.
yes, because
And
her
now
reach
Talamh
is
doesn't
extended.
have to reach as high.
All of you,
Oh.
you seem to have aged as well.
I'm walking like a newborn deer. What's going on? I don't love it. I really don't love this. Can we put it back?
Unless we find another potion, I don't think we can. Not right now, at least.
All right. All right. I'll live with it.
Does Ridire have skill in sewing? Can I say that Ridire has skill in sewing?
I will absolutely let
Because it was
you.
one of the activities he did in prison.
Yeah.
You could just do knitting. You just knit her a new sweater.
Nice. I'm gonna assume we have some fabric or something somewhere.
You've got the entire cult.
Oh, I think I have fabric still. Hold up. let me double check. Probably would be here. I have embroidered cloth.
Ooh.
I have.
Oh, is that what we found that at Mora's Keep, didn't we?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think
It's either that or-
I think.
Or
I
you got
used
it
my...
in. No, you got it in those. Did you get the stuff that you got from the town? That we...
I think I used at least the green stuff in my cloak. But I remember, wasn't there like purple?
Well, if he has a fair
think
amount
it
of
was
fabric,
purple.
I would like to make Talamh a rudimentary shirt and like breeches that will fit her better than her now tight children's clothing. That is.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Mm,
Couldn't I use my artistic performance?
I was gonna say, I'll allow performance.
Okay.
And just
22.
just for shits and giggles, roll me a sleight of hand check to see how you would have done. Because I want to see. Hey!
I mean,
That's
trying
not
to just make
awful.
something wearable, that's probably good enough.
Yeah,
but the 22 means the fit's probably a bit nicer.
the fit is nicer. It doesn't take you nearly as long to complete it. Definitely passable for road wear until a time where you could get some decent clothing.
Yes. Here, Talamh, go somewhere. Go in your. Put these on.
Right.
Put the door up on your tent and change your clothes so that you're not hanging out.
Well, I'm glad you're having fun with this, because
Drank the longevity potion when under 13. It does weird stuff.
I'd just like to point out that Oliver and Talamh are now the same age.
oh,
Oh,
That's weird.
that's really weird.
They're now the exact same age.
sup,
Because you rolled maximum on that dice.
sup, brosif.
Don't call me that.
I don't think Tal doesn't actually know how old Oliver is because I don't think he's ever said it.
Probably not.
No.
But
we
you
know-
just,
we know
just
he's-
some out of.
We know
Okay.
he's younger than Ridire just because.
I mean, he's a half elf. He could be 100.
half elves actually only live a little bit longer than humans.
Really?
They live.
Yep.
They live like average of I think it was like 120.
Oh, they got
Yeah,
the
it's,
short end of the
it's
stick.
yeah. They get maybe 20 years on a human.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
amazing.
Wow.
So that's awkward.
Awkward. Awkward. You think this is awkward for you?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
actually, I do think that it
is
awkward
yes.
for everybody.
It's
really.
awkward for everybody, but you brought it upon yourself. So in this moment, I'm not concerned about how awkward you feel.
I reach into the gray bag of tricks and I throw whatever it is at Ridire.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh god, I hope it's not a wolf. I don't know what it
roll
actually
a
is.
D8. A weasel.
Oh,
So do we just have a?
is it attacking me, or do I just have a weasel in my hands now?
Roll an animal handling check with disadvantage.
10.
10. You have a very confused, slightly unhappy weasel, but it's not actively attacking you at the moment.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Why did you do that? This poor thing.
Because I'm angry and I don't know why.
Maybe because you just skipped puberty.
Ah.
I'm angry and I don't know why. Every kid's slogan from the ages of like 13 to 18. Possibly a little bit earlier and a little bit later, depending. We have
Twilight
slept,
Brigade,
though, so.
episode 40.
What's the title?
I'm angry, and
I don't know why.
Know why. Gonna just update that.
Wow. Wow. And I'm holding a weasel. How long does this thing exist for? It does not have a time limit.
I'm pretty sure it just exists.
It just exists now.
You
We just literally-
created a weasel.
Yeah.
Great.
We literally just
All right.
we have a mascot as now.
All
so we
right.
have.
Well, I'll put the weasel on my shoulder if I've got it calmed enough down that it'll do that. And
The creature is
Pabu.
friendly to you and your companions.
yep.
It's Pabu.
Oh my gosh. It is.
Boy, I'm so glad I didn't throw a giant elk at you.
Yeah, that would have hurt. I was listening to some to the Outside Xbox and Outside Extra Crews play D&D, and they did a maneuver where the druid turned into a cat, and the half-orc bard picked up the cat and threw it at a guy, and then mid-flight she turned into a bear.
That's like the Critical Role Bixby's hand thing. Like
Mhm.
Chuck.
Okay,
Barbarian.
well, this is a very weird turn of events, but I guess we're gonna have to just go forward with this. Don't steal things out of my bag again, please.
Well, apparently now that I'm older, I know better.
I don't know that you do.
You can't talk to me like that. I'm not 12 years old anymore.
But I'm still your elder, young lady, so you just shush. You'd have to drink 4 more of those to reach my age.
Well, we don't have 4 more. And
And actually now they'd probably work the way they're meant to and just shrink you back down to... Anyways, okay. Let's just pretend this is normal and move on because there are more important things to deal with. And we can't do anything about it now.
All right.
Oh my god, I mean, I'm sure it's not an extensive amount, but now your weight has increased too for that poor horse.
Yep.
my arse
my-
is the size of a barn. Ugh.
I thought about that.
That was my immediate thought. Was now we have 2 horses for 3 adults.
I mean, technically we've taken a long rest. I could get my fine steed, but I don't know that Talamh would want to ride a horse on her own. I don't know that she really could very well. So, 2 adults can ride the same horse. It's
Yeah,
totally,
I mean,
it totally happens all the time.
It's just put Ridire and or put Olive and or Oliver and Talamh
Did
on
you
the big
just
brawny
ship
horse.
Oliver and
No,
Talamh?
I did not.
You just created Olive.
You shush your face.
Now Oliver is going to be
it was
really
a
uncomfortable. Oliver's
It's
going to be
gonna
really
be really
uncomfortable with adult Talamh with their arms around his waist on the horse.
I don't know how I'm going to explain this to my mother.
No, I think it's probably better for her to stay with Ridire.
Fine. But we'll put the packs on the other horse then.
Yeah,
to save weight.
the other horse can carry all the packs to try and distribute the weight a bit.
Oh wait, hold on. No, all the packs go in the portable hole.
Oh, there you go. All of our extra gear goes in the portable hole. Yeah, there we go.
Bam, weight saved.
At least a little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah. Before we do that, I do have to cook breakfast.
Go ahead and cook it up. Hey, thank you, Rock. I don't know if you pronounce it Rockmo or Rochmo, but thanks for the follow. I've been laughing so hard I didn't even see that. Thank you for following.
Yeah, you've come into this episode at a very strange time.
Yeah.
It didn't do my...
I'm a sorcerer.
I know, but it didn't,
It didn't roll.
It didn't roll.
Click it again?
That's weird.
It just rolled hold on. What's
What
going
did you
on
do?
here? I don't know.
Broke
She
everything.
grew up. She doubled her age. What do you mean?
You're older now. You can't cook as well because you're so awkward with your elongated limbs.
Maybe...
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
I had to make it an attack.
Weird.
Okay.
Apparently it's an 8 because I'm not used to
Makes
these.
sense.
I'm not used to these long ass arms.
The three of you have the most awkward breakfast you have ever had.
It's like the silent shawarma scene at the end of the Avengers.
Where Captain America is hiding the beard that he had because it was a reshoot.
That's Oliver hiding his face.
He's hiding his Snowpiercer beard.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys have not had a awkward dinner like this since
Probably Tal's parents' house.
even then that was awkward about like the other people. This is going back to like when you first met Oliver and were a party. So well, please, for the splash page, do an Animorph style of Talamh growing up. Discord died? Alright, give us 1 second, everybody. We're having some tech difficulty.
Is he back?
I'm back.
Oh, there we go. Oh, but now your camera's out of focus because you didn't turn the lights on.
Yep. I love internet technology and all that. We are considered offline.
You're gonna have to turn your light on and then turn your camera off and on to refocus yourself again. By the
Yep,
way.
I'm just making sure we got back online here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it looks like
The stream, we lost the stream there temporarily.
I lost everything.
Did like your whole thing shut down, or what? Did